Right now, cases of COVID-19 in California are stable, but tonight, Governor Newsom is warning that it could all change. KPIX 5's Joe Vasquez on the possibility of a second wave and what that could mean.
Burlingame is back, but business owners say reopening after COVID-19 restrictions has been frustratingly slow.
The toughest part about getting started is like an old car. If you don't drive it, it's going to take a while to jump the battery, get the engine running again.
Now there's a possibility of a second wave.
Now that everything's open, there's a life out here. And if that doesn't go well, then the life is not going to be out here.
You're starting to see an increase in COVID-19 cases all across the country.
Governor Gavin Newsom raised the issue of a second wave of COVID-19 cases today, citing New York City, where they've had to shut down businesses and schools in 9 of the city's zip codes. So far, California's numbers are relatively stable, but the governor says he's worried that could change in the next couple of weeks.
And that's why we have to be very vigilant, and that's why we have to be very sober about what is going on.
This pandemic, it's like a bowling ball on marbles. It's ever shifting.
San Mateo County Supervisor David Canepa says he's concerned that the president's determination to minimize the virus will make it harder to keep the numbers here flat.
I think it does hurt us. It appeals to people who already have this notion that masks don't save lives and masks don't help. People need to wear their damn mask.
Joe, when the influenza pandemic hit in 1918, you weren't around. I wasn't around. I know that's hard to believe. San Francisco did well on the first wave, but then the second wave was really devastating.
Yeah, they took that first wave very seriously. It was still brutal, but for some reason, when that second wave came along, health officials backed up. They said they didn't want to panic the public. Sound familiar? And they got slammed. And we can learn some lessons from that history. And by the way, we have a vaccine for the flu. Officials are saying you've got to take that if you can so that we can avoid what they're calling a twin-demic. You can avoid the flu, then if those COVID cases rise, we won't be flooding the hospitals.
Let's hope we can avoid that. Joe Vasquez reporting live. Thank you, Joe.